Gemini, before we get started, give me a luck save real quick. Nothing bad. You won't die. Okay.
I was like, what did I do?
Is that for Farah having to sign the non-disclosure agreements?
No, that's for something else.
Alrighty.
So my first order of business is to go to the store. If we're going into a dungeon, we need some things.
Well, then look up any equipment lists and decide on what you want to get, and let me know, and I will tell you if they have it.
I don't even know what kind of things this game has. Weapons, 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 weapons.
There's more than
Exploration gear.
I don't even remember where I saved the rules.
Before our next thing, I'm gonna try and make cutouts and of all the equipment.
I usually just make an Excel
stuff.
sheet.
Yeah.
Seriously, I have no idea where I saved my copy of the notes at all.
Let's see here. Exploration gear, which contains ammo, atmospheric filters, backpacks, binoculars, climbing harness, yada yada yada. There's thermal flares. There are tools and medicine, bioscanners, Lazarus patches. Pick one up. Pick one up. Med kits.
Pick 4 or 5 up.
Meta tools, power cells, tailored anti-allergens, toolkits.
Tailored anti-allergens is world specific. This world doesn't have those.
Yep. And then there's a couple of personal accessories and whatnot. An Argus web, which is a set of almost invisible cameras and microphones worn by a subject. A web.
Are you sure that's TL4?
Yeah, that's TL4.
Okay. Also, you can get vehicles.
Okay, so just so that we don't all buy the same things, I'm the medic for this game, so don't worry about that kind of stuff. I'll buy that stuff.
Well, just some GM help. Lazarus patches, anyone can use them without skill checks, and you just slap them on.
Right,
and they
but
work.
I'm saying I will spend my money to get those things. I'll distribute them, but other people get other things.
Yeah, it's the best example I can think of is like a Phoenix Down from Final Fantasy.
Okay, so you can't use a medkit. Doesn't do you any good if you don't have tech medical skill. I don't understand the rules. Grants any user a +1 bonus on all tech medical skills tests for treating wounds, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So if I don't have training, it just brings my bonus thing up to 0.
Yeah. But I have training, so don't worry about it. The thing you can use is the Lazarus patch.
Is it possible to acquire a combat field uniform?
On this world, I'm pretty sure it probably is, because if you're asking me about it, you can afford it, then that means it's probably not 05.
Yeah, it's Tech 4. I'm looking on this website that has all the equipment and the tech levels right next to it.
A combat field uniform?
Yeah, you can buy it.
Is that like a thing I can buy? Because I know it. I'm just trying to decide if it's worth it. Because right now I've got woven body armor, but that's kind of clunky and sad. And very encumbery.
It's also... It's also doesn't have as good of an armor score.
Yeah, I mean, it's 1 better, but this role, I guess, in this world, I guess 1 better is a lot better.
1 will help.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I like being safe and not dead.
And you can give your armor to someone else, have it tailored to fit them.
That's true. Anybody want my sad woven body armor?
I have that.
I'm gonna look and see if Vera has that because Vera might need that.
Yeah, I might give that to her.
Yeah, it makes your armor a class 7, right?
No, that's the armored undersuit. Woven
Combat-
body armor is
Yeah.
conspicuous, but gives you an armor class of 5.
Yeah, Vera has the armored
Oh.
undersuit.
So she's got 7. The armored undersuit's really inconspicuous. It's like wearing like bulletproof vest, basically.
And yours is like you're wearing mesh.
Right
chase
now,
armor.
it's like riot gear. Super obvious you're wearing armor.
Yeah, no.
You look
that's
like
not
someone
gonna-
in the military in the U.S. military right now.
And the combat field uniform, I'm assuming, is slightly less conspicuous, but still
Yeah. obvious
that you're wearing
Actually,
armor.
I might just wear it for this mission because, yeah, because I still need my undersuit for when we are done. But for this mission, maybe I'll wear your thing then.
And it's TL4 gear. It's a lot less bulky.
Yeah, there's 0 encumbrance instead of 1 encumbrance. Well, I guess, the combat field uniform. But
What you're wearing?
yeah, what I'm getting. So I lose an encumbrance and gain an armor. rating.
Oh, there's encumbrance.
Yep.
1.
Yeah.
With the woven body armor, there's 1, yeah.
Is that gonna be a problem for me? I'm not very strong.
Let me pull up your character sheet. You should be able to see where the encumbrance is somewhere on there. It should be down near the items. Gemini. Yeah, you're fine. You've only got 2 out of 4 readied encumbrance, and you can stow a maximum of 8 things.
Okay, then I'll take your armor and I'll stow my other one.
Or you could just leave it on the ship.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Stowed different. What I was thinking.
Stowed is you're carrying it, but it's not being used, so it's like in a backpack or something.
No, I'm gonna fold it up and put it in my room.
Yeah. And while bringing out a laser rifle or a weapon or some other small implement from stowed doesn't take horribly long, although in combat it takes a decent amount of time. Putting armor on in the middle of combat is not
Not feasible. Yeah, no. So that has to be readied.
I mean, you could do it. It's just going to take a while. There's rules for it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh dear. I mean, if it was like a shield emitter, that would make more sense. Than wait, I gotta put my bodysuit on, guys. Hold the presses.
I mean, a shield emitter is a bodysuit.
Hey, I don't see anything. I'm looking at the backpack. I don't see any rules regarding how much crap you can fit in a backpack.
We basically just pretend you have whatever you need as far as holding stuff. You don't need to go buy backpacks.
And
You
that
just
means
have
that
whatever you need.
the other stuff isn't encumbering you, right?
You can buy a backpack.
Yeah. I mean, I have one
What?
already.
What do you? So the backpack's pointless then? I just get one free and then it acts like it's not even there.
Well,
I don't understand.
there's a tech level 4 backpack versus a tech level 3 backpack.
It
Well,
makes
I didn't
whatever
know
you
about
put in
this.
it makes whatever. So this is what it says. Tech level 4 versions of this item are effectively without encumbrance, albeit they cost 50 credits. A worn backpack counts as a readied item, though objects stored inside it require the usual round to dig free.
Oh, so it's
what
just
you-
a way to hold stored things, basically.
But whatever you put in there does not count towards encumbrance.
So the question I'm asking is, how much stuff can I fit in a backpack?
Effectively, whatever your encumbrance rate is. And also, if something just sounds silly, I'm not going to let you do it.
Like stowing an entire set of armor in a
Okay.
backpack.
Where's my
Yeah.
encumbrance rating?
It should be down where your items are. Yeah, down under gear. It's the next thing after your skills.
I see the word encumbrance. There's
It should say current readied, max readied, current stowed, max stowed.
so I can only carry 14 things.
Well, some things have 0 encumbrance, but yeah. But if you're carrying things in a backpack, you can carry them and they don't add towards the number. So you put, like, if you put it in the other tab, it doesn't add it to the numbers.
I have a small list of things
I
I
don't.
want to
This
buy.
doesn't make sense to me.
Well, what part in particular doesn't make sense?
Okay, so I can fit as many things in a backpack that add up to my encumbrance, but if they're in the backpack, they don't add to my encumbrance.
No, they do. She read that wrong a little bit. They do add to your stowed encumbrance. They do add to that. It's just the backpack itself. If it's TL4, it doesn't have any encumbrance as an item itself.
So it is 100% pointless.
Well, I mean, you can only carry around stuff you can latch on yourself if you don't have a backpack.
This doesn't make sense. Okay.
Yeah,
My encumbrance is 14. That's my encumbrance. So I can carry 14 whatever. Is that right?
You can carry. Let me pull up your thing.
you can carry enough items that add up into 14 things. So like some things count as 2 as encumbrance, but essentially yes. You can stow more items.
Okay, seven of those items that you could. 7 of the 14 can be readied items that you're ready to use right away.
What does that have to do with what I'm asking?
Well, I'm saying up to your maximum encumbrance of including stowed items you can put in your backpack. As long as it makes sense.
None of this makes sense. I don't understand.
John, backpack is useless. Skip it.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay, I want to purchase some low light goggles. 5 ammo packs. Let's see.
Wait, do you fire a projectile weapon?
Energy weapon.
That uses power cells, doesn't it?
Yep.
Where's the power cells stuff?
Just a little further down, under tools and medicine.
I'm pretty sure it'd be power cell type A, and those cost 10 each.
Okay.
And you can carry 6 of them as a single encumbrance.
Okay.
So I'd buy enough for a single encumbrance and throw the rest in whatever extra you buy in your bunk.
Mm, 6 should be good for now. And then I will buy 4 med kits.
Okay, so 6 and 4 med kits.
And low light goggles.
Now the 4 medkits is going to be 8 encumbrance.
What happens when I stow them?
Then they go to your stowed encumbrance.
Okay.
And just pointing out that they kind of weigh a little bit.
Well, I might just distribute them. Because and then I'll buy 8 Lazarus patches.
Also, medkits don't run out. You just keep using that, and every time you do it, you roll a 2d6, and on the 12, it's run out of something vital, and you need to, and it's become useless. You need to get it replaced, refilled.
Oh, so you're saying I only need 1?
Maybe 2 in case one goes bad, but yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
as a
I'll buy
reminder,
2.
with when we initially got paid, I got everyone a vac suit, I got everyone a vac suit and a survival kit
Yep.
and a comp pad, in case you haven't added that. And we have a vac fresher on the ship now.
Do I have to carry all that stuff around with me?
No, we can leave it on, like the suit and everything, leave on the ship, but like it's just there in case you need it.
Like they're all personal possessions you can have in your
Yeah.
quarters.
And the vac fresher it takes 10 minutes to refill the vac suit if it's empty. So I just keep that in. We just have one, and if it runs out of power, there's a hand crank that you can use for 2 hours to make it go.
Anyone else want to buy anything?
I'm still double checking. Aside from the armor,
Yeah, I wanna buy binoculars and Lazarus patches.
I've bought 8 Lazarus patches. Just FYI.
Okay, Lazarus patches.
also Zariana, did you take the wolf and body armor from me then? Do we have to make it fit her by paying money, or how does that work?
I mean, no, she could just wear it.
Oh, come on. This is Magpie Interstellar. She's got to pay to have that thing tailored to her.
Well, I mean,
Maybe we're similar heights. You don't know.
they didn't buy that here. They bought that back on whatever the planet was that houses Terra Prime.
Oh yeah, Leopold's had that for a while.
Infidels!
I was just trying to figure out, did Vara get something to like fix the ship if it goes horribly wrong? Like a tool, one of those toolkits?
Let me look at her page. No, she's only got a spike thrower and an armored undersuit. Hey, okay, so you're giving her the combat armor?
No, I'm giving that to Zariana's gonna use that for this mission.
Okay. So Vera's not getting an upgraded gear or anything.
So that would be an astronautics toolkit.
Probably.
And post-tech is basically all modern weapons, right? But I don't know if anybody's trained in that.
Modern weapons and modern technology.
Yeah, I'll get an astronautics toolkit. I'll put it on the ship.
Let's see. So Gemini, how much money did you have? You just had 355 or 3,555 total.
I'm giving each of you 2 Lazarus patches.
Barry, you take care of Leopold's purchases. I will take care of Toribio's.
It's just 1,500 for me. I already took it out.
Okay.
Unless
Are
there's
you guys?
inflated
Wait.
prices.
Are you guys doing
Okay.
this?
Well, we've got to keep records.
Oh, you're not editing our character sheets?
No.
Oh, okay.
We will trust you on this. What were you buying again, Toribio?
I bought some high-tech binoculars and 4 Lazarus patches.
Okay, binoculars and Lazarus patches. No low light goggles?
No.
Oh wait,
John-
they already have integral low light optics.
What?
The TL4 version actually have integral low light optics. If you buy the TL4 versions.
What were you saying, Zeri?
You have 2 other Lazarus patches that I gave you.
Oh, okay.
Did you buy the TL4 version of binoculars?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 200. And what was the other stuff you bought again?
4 Lazarus patches.
Sorry.
And that's all.
Okay, that comes out to 320. Okie dokie. I've got everything recorded. Barry, did you get there we got Leopold's. Okay, everything seems good. So y'all come back from shopping. Anything else you plan on doing aside from shopping? Leopold.
Nope.
Gemini.
On 1 sec, sorry guys. I just want to make sure I've got all the computer stuff I need. Okay, I think we're good.
Okay. So I imagine you're in the takeoff.
Yep.
Okay, it takes you about 2 days to get there. Or I say about 2 days. It takes you 2 days to get there. And you take everyone in for, and you take the ship in for a landing. You've got basic piloting training. The conditions aren't anything spectacular or weird or anything like that. So you come in into a pretty mountainous region. And what's everyone doing while he's bringing the ship in?
Well,
The atmosphere.
I'm gonna
Where's
try
it?
and see if there are other, like the other ship that went there. / checking on the communications to see if they're still up as we come in.
Let's see. Someone give me a computer check.
That's me.
Yay!
You detect a faint power signature, but you also get something weird in the visible spectrum.
Can I roll science to see if I can figure out what it is?
Sure.
Can I help? Can I help being trained in science as well?
Sure.
We're so sciencey, it's great.
We know all this stuff. I were Gemini and Leopold, remember?
Yeah, but I think I'm more history sciencey than Leo is in the show, so this doesn't work.
I have history as well.
You do not help him. You won't feel bad. You don't know why, but Light is doing some weird stuff right next to where the site is supposed to be.
So it's not added, it's next to it?
Well, I mean, where the ruins are supposed to be, there's weird... do you want to look when you get close enough?
I think I'm gonna record, just make sure the ship is recording the data. Thus far.
Okay. Well, I mean, when you get close enough anyways, and you're bringing the ship in for a landing, I'm gonna... And then you notice something. First off, you didn't get any communication response. And there's nowhere to land. There's ships on both of the landing pads.
Someone's sitting in our spot. So are we on the planet or the space station?
You're on the planet. There's no space station.
Okay.
I said outpost, as in outpost
okay.
on the planet.
So should we land a little bit away from that station and walk?
And I mean, I'd say you're all like well under 1,000 feet by now towards it, right? You're within visual range.
Yeah,
anything.
probably.
Sorry, gotta zoom out. Okay, so you're pretty much around somewhere over the station, and as you come down, if you're looking out the window, you see some weird stuff coming from what looks to be the ruins. And Leopold, you probably recognize the look of these ruins. And if you look down, which is a little bit hard to do on the ship, but if you look through cameras or anything as you're coming down, which you probably do, at first it looks like it's a big hole that goes on forever and ever in that shape. But as you come down, it slowly reverses until it looks like it's a tower going up forever.
Ooh,
And
sounds fun.
And you recognize the architecture.
Oh, yep, yep. I think I know what's happening here then. I have to roll to be able to know what's happening here potentially.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna make a roll here. There should be a skill for this. I'm pretty sure there's a skill for this.
For knowing what this is. Would that be a science roll?
Yeah. Actually,
Or a history roll?
Gonna do a quick retcon here because we were rushed before and I forgot this, but I'm going to give you rather than. Oh wait, no, you didn't take culture alien. So yeah, you can do a science roll. I'll just let you do a science roll for now. Or actually, no, I'll let you take culture alien because it makes sense. -1. You only have what little you've studied, and it's not like the language has really been properly translated. Roll a
Yeah, it was
culture
kind of
alien.
like all the work they were working on. Yeah, so it's not fully translated now.
Okay, you've translated a little bit of the language in your studies with Claried, as have they, and you've also found other forms of media. You're pretty sure that it's not that uncommon in their architecture to have weird light bending fields that make their structures seem way taller than they actually are. Generally, they're not functioning anymore.
But this one is functioning.
Yeah, and the building doesn't look all that damaged, at least from the outside. So, yeah, that's what anyone looking out the window sees. At that current height, you see a tower that goes up into the air forever and ever, never ending, even if you use some sort of telescope.
Anyone seen anything like that? It's a bit weird.
Well, I've read about it. Didn't think I'd ever see something functioning like that in person ever. Going across ruins from this same species, but this light bending thing was never still functioning at the ruins we
User in your
discovered.
channel timed out.
Oh no.
Oh, it wasn't John this time.
Nope. You lost your plot, buddy.
Yeah, I figure he'll be back in just a minute.
Probably.
He's up
User
in
joined
guest.
your channel.
There he is.
Sorry, had a wee bit of a power surge there.
Ah,
I'm currently on my phone's TeamSpeak, so will be a moment while I boot the computer back up.
Okay.
Are you having weather?
I didn't think so, but I'm gonna go look outside and see if I am having weather. Either that or the power company.
I guarantee you're
Messed up.
having some form of weather unless you're now in outer space.
Well, I mean, yes. Nope, pretty quiet outside.
I'll give you outer space.
But so let's see. Yeah. Anyone looking out the window will see that tower. It's black marble. That's what it looks like, at least.
Well, any ideas about how we're going to get around those ships?
What do the ships look? Just one of the ships kind of look like the thing that they sent for maintenance-ish things. Okay, and the other ship is
Well,
presumably the other
uh,
crew that potentially went over there.
No, the other ship is a science, but there is a just scheduled group of scientists that were supposed to come over. I'm updating information that I wrote earlier about communication issues.
Why don't we go look for survivors or a computer that we can find out what happened?
Well, we're still trying to figure out where to land. That's the problem here.
If landing
Same.
pads not available, then I guess we just need to land on the ground.
Yeah, is there any like open spot that like what's the landscape? Is it what does it look like?
It's mountainous forests.
Oh, joy.
I mean, anything. I mean, there is flat area, but it's all covered in forests as far as you can see. Would
Explode
you
a
like
landing
to scan
pad.
around, see if there's any open areas or other ships? You only see two.
We only have one turret on this thing.
You have a turret and a what's it called? A sand thrower.
Sand thrower.
Either of those would immediately kill anything they hit that was not a vehicle or ship, and most vehicles probably just instantly destroy them anyways, depending on what they are.
I don't really care. They didn't say anything about destruction of property.
There's ample forest to burn down with your laser.
Yeah, in case there are people on board the ships. I'd rather not destroy the landing something on the landing pad.
Would you also like to search to see if there's any other clearings?
Yeah, sure, we'll search for clearings that are nearby, but not like super far away.
Okay, you just want to go around the map, take a quick run around the tower.
I'm still looking at the planet's system map.
Oh, I thought I had brought you guys over. Maybe that happened right before. Maybe I was about to do that when, yeah. One moment. Yep,
It is
thankfully
now
there's two
solved,
GMs.
yes. Yes, it is now solved. Okay, so what are we looking at here? What's what?
Alright, I'm gonna ping the map so y'all know what's going on. This, where the green dot is, or blue, green, teal dot is, that is landing pad 1. Landing pad 2 is this one. There's a building right behind it, which, since they're next to the landing pads, yeah, guess what they're for. There's a building right here. It looks to be just a fairly normal building, but it's a pretty good sized building. Another building here, and another building here, and of course another building here, and then the lines between them. This whole path right here is just a path of that's completely covered and sheltered.
And the Star of David thing, that's the tower, right?
Yes.
Yep, I was going to draw a 7-pointed star, but I'm not good at drawing, so I did what would look nice.
Should we pretend it's 7-pointed?
Sure, if you want. So I think it matters much.
This side, as soon as it'll ping. And then over here is pretty much the mountain.
Well, I'd rather not park on the other side of that strange obelisk. So maybe somewhere closer to the buildings, but on the other side.
Yeah. So like over here.
Yeah, anything that's still on the building side of things.
Are there any clearing areas over in this area?
That is mountainside. Like, it's not flat enough to land on.
What about over here on this side?
Over where I didn't see.
Oh, down there?
We're going off the map.
I can expand the map, worst case. It will just look weird a bit.
Yeah, bottom right corner.
I mean, yeah, essentially it would go off the map, but yeah, there's space over there.
Yeah, that seems like a good spot to park.
Well, if you cut down all the trees.
Yeah. All right. First use of the weapon system sounds great.
We're tree cutters.
So, how do you want to go about trying to cut down the trees? Do any of you have gunnery?
Surely that's something Torbio has.
Where? I can't find it. Where is that? Oh, here it is. No, I don't have that. Combat gunnery? No.
It doesn't say any of those weapons are gunnery weapons.
They're ship weapons. That automatically means they're gunnery weapons. Same with any mounted weapons on a vehicle.
So we can't
I
even
do not
use
have
them?
that.
You can use them. I mean, it doesn't take any special skill to be able to actually just use them. You're just not going to have any bonuses.
I still say that's something Torbio should do.
What attribute do I do?
Dexterity.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be me.
Which weapon did you use? There's the sand thrower and the laser.
The laser.
Okay. Well, you managed to cut down a much larger swath of trees than you intended, but not all the way to their stumps, and there's a lot of fire. A lot of fire.
Several people who are tree huggers are now running across the screen going, "Ah, save the tree!"